Welcome to Venusian Soul Tarot. Today I'm back with a timeless pick a card reading, and it's going to be your legacy in the spirit realm. So I want you to cast your gaze over the cards and ask your higher self which card has a message for you. We have group number 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. If you need to pause the video to meditate further, please do so. But for those of you who are ready, let's get started. Hi, group 1. So your legacy in the spiritual realm, or the spirit realm, I feel as though there's this sense of collaboration and unity. Some of you may be considered really gifted mediators. Some of you as well, on a physical level, you could have incarnated as an air sign, but I keep getting this gift of oration, being able to speak, communicate, bring people together. There could be a really important message that you're here to deliver. Or there's something very activating about your voice. Again, I keep seeing someone that can kind of bring in opposing groups or energies and bring them into union or unity. Some of you may have a really peaceful, graceful energy as well. It's almost like you can help people see clearly as well. I feel for this group, you have a lot of gifts, especially around communication and working with others. You also have a really strong light to you because we have this Sunstone as well. So your auric field, your energy field is very light and bright. You could also help to spread joy. For some of you, I feel as though wherever you go, you bring joy, you may bring more laughter, you're in touch with your inner child. So I feel as though you have this gift. Again, I keep hearing working with people and communicating are the two overarching themes, but I just feel as well, I'm hearing you help to bring people home because you have the Wheel of Fortune and the World, and I just heard lost souls. I don't believe anyone is technically lost, but there's a sense of, say someone was lost in darkness or confusion, it's like you are radiating such a bright light. You help to bring them home, or you help them remember who they really are. You bring them back to source consciousness. For this group, I do feel that you're a starseed and you may have had experiences in brighter dimensions. What I mean is higher vibrational dimensions, right? Where you come, and that's part of why your frequency is so bright on the earth. With orbs of light, some of you may be seers as well, where you have psychic vision or clairvoyance, or you can also see the auric and energy field around living things. Yeah, really strong unity, because I'm seeing like Pocahontas and Moana in my mind's eye, and it's making me think of some of you could have a connection with nature and animals, but you see that we are all one. You're not so fixated on form. You still have that memory of unity consciousness. And of course, when you enter any community or group or environment, you bring in this frequency of unity. I keep hearing this song. I can see clearly now the rain is gone, but it's like people who are kind of wading through this mist or this confusion, this darkness. When they're around you, they have complete clarity. It's like, oh, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here to do. I keep hearing you bring people home. For some of you, you may help people cross over to the other side as well. I think for this group, you definitely have more than one spiritual gift, and you may resonate with being quite gifted on multiple levels. I feel as though you've had a lot of ancient incarnations as well. I get really strong Atlantis energy, could be Lemuria, but I feel like you've had incarnations all over and in different dimensions, different frequencies, and it's like you carry within you, you have a very unique energy field, and that's why your energy radiates, because you carry within you energies from all these places that you've visited. You could have a really strong connection as well to the water, to the ocean, and sea creatures. But in general, I see this group has very strong, you have strong roots in the healing remedies, but I'm getting like specifically earth medicine, or a strong connection to Gaia, Mother Earth. With the Wheel of Fortune and the World as well, it does make me think that you help people close things out, right? To move away from things that dampen their soul, their spirit, their light, and help to set them free. But with King of Swords and Ace of Swords, yeah, and we see that here, you help people transmute karma, but you may also with your words or the things you're communicating or speaking, that could be as well what's helping people transform and heal and change. Some of you could have, when I was saying around roots in different earth medicine or healing remedies, you could have shamanic lifetimes as well, but you have a really, because I'm seeing like almost like tinctures or potions, essential oils, like you could have a gift working with certain remedies. I think a lot of you have incarnated with the mission to bring harmony or help to balance out Mother Earth with Six of Pentacles. It's like planting, and Page of Wands is like planting ideas or starting a movement that helps to bring other people into union. When I say union, I mean with themselves, but when we come into union with ourselves, obviously we can have that unity consciousness with others. We can share this energy. But I also think you're planting ideas for balance on the earth in terms of how we live our lives. You could be or have ideas around shifting into sustainable living, for example. Some of you could be passionate about environmental causes, nutrition, just living, I'm hearing wellness, mind, body, spirit, living in a way that promotes well-being for all beings, all living beings. And your first oracle is initiation. We have the whale. Again, you could have a strong connection to whales, dolphins. These could be spirit animals for you. Deep trust, deep healing, reconnection with all. Some of you, I was getting, you have incarnated, I feel, on a water planet. It could be like Mintaka. I was also getting strong Atlantis and Lemuria. But yeah, look, you literally have reconnection with all, which is unity. And that's what I see. It's like you can help people close out cycles, or you help inspire them to let go of the past, let go of karmic, let go of dense patterns is what I'm hearing. You may also help other star seeds. Your energy is very light. I kept getting that. You have so much light within your energy field and auric field. And it's like when people are in contact with you, I just heard it lightens their energetic field, or they feel as though, oh, you know, I can heal this, transmute this. It's like a beacon of hope. You're the lighthouse. And it helps people shift their consciousness, but they may not even be aware that you've done this or had this effect. Because for some of you, you may be speaking things into existence. And I do feel this group, you're very powerful communicators, writers, speakers, and that could be part of your mission. But for others of you, you're a really powerful energy healer. You can see the hands-on healing. You radiate this frequency wherever you go. I also think you see the divine in all things. And it's almost as though because you are recognizing the divinity in others, they feel seen and held in that image, and they embody more of their light. Do you know how sometimes our perception of someone can influence how they see themselves? I'm not saying in any way you're responsible for how people see themselves or how they choose to act. This whole reading, I keep seeing orbs of light. I've seen about 20 orbs as I've done this reading. So for some of you, you literally see orbs and auric fields, but you help to draw out the divine in all things. You may even notice plants and animals respond very favorably to you because of this frequency. Look, you literally have vision of unity. Focus on the light, right to see, releasing illusion behind your activation. Remember I said it's like you help people see. I'm hearing, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. 9, 10 stepping stones. You help people see the truth. You could be helping people see the truth of their lives, of themselves, of society in general. You could help them see a new path for themselves. It's like illusion dissipates around you. And the greatest illusion of all is fear. So I feel as though for some of you, it's like your energy cuts through the fear so that people feel safe to either take a risk or step outside of the norm, move in a new direction. You also have lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Again, it's like you've had, I keep getting this sea, this incarnation or working around the water. Some of you could love the ocean, but there's a sense here that you have a lot of gifts and abilities that you've brought into this life. And I kept getting with these wings, you have your wings. So I do get earth angel energy, or I would say a star seed angel. You have incarnated to help people heal. And with that pineal activation, again, your third eye is lit up. You can see very clearly, but it's like others, when they're in your auric field or energy field, can see more clearly. Some of you may resonate with being an Andromedan starseed as well. So you have jump in, adventure, say yes to change. And it's sitting above the Ace of Swords. So again, I feel like you help people shift their energy field, transform, take risks, break out of cycles. But you do it in such a light way. Like people may not even be aware the degree you're helping them until you leave their life. It's like you could cross paths with someone and then several years down the line, if you were to meet them again or have communication with them, they would tell you, oh, like meeting you, it changed everything. I went down this new pathway, I changed courses, or I, made a really good decision or built something for myself, but they may not have attributed it to meeting you at the time. Look, you have Shadow Mirror, deep healing, understanding, seer. People feel very understood when they're around you, very seen. And it's like when I say you focus on the divine within all things, you can still recognize perhaps a darkness or certain limitations, certain fears, but it's like you don't hold them to it in the sense, well, not that they're not accountable, but it's like that's not who they truly are. It's a measure of illusion. So you don't, I'm not saying to put yourself in environments or energies that aren't supportive, but you can see the most powerful healer of darkness is someone that can hold to the light, even in the face of darkness and illusion. And that's what I see you doing. It's like your frequency helps to shine a light for others or helps to untangle them from the darkness, because they may have believed those karmic patterns or these, negative thoughts or beliefs was who they were. I just saw 1111 on the timer, so you may see that constantly. But I feel like now, as you hold this frequency and as you hold this light, it helps to, the energy is literally dissipating. And again, you're a powerful energy healer. You're a powerful transmuter. You bring joy, especially with this sitting above the Knight of Wands, because I get like this cheeky, mischievous child, inner child energy. Play, more fun, jokes, and laughter, please. You help people as well see the value of humor, of joy, of play. And again, I feel like your energy may be mistaken as very, very light. Like I'm getting like fairy, pixie, inner child energy, because I get inner child energy here as well. You may also be very creative or very expressive. You have a beautiful way of, I just keep hearing, a beautiful forms of self-expression. But people may mistake this energy as quite light, and it is because it's so high vibrational, but it's very powerful. And this is what I was hearing, is people may not realize the depth and intensity of who you are until later. Because, in the earth realm, this type of energy could be mistaken as, very innocent. And there is this playful innocence and inner child to your energy. But I don't know how to explain it. It's like the full impact of the energy hits them later or creates this ripple effect of transformation in their lives. For example, no one could enter, or I should say, you could not enter any environment, any room, or any person's life without transforming it. They're going to change. And with embracing, you could, this is the energy of, with this bright light, you may draw forth people's shadow so they can heal it, right? So they can become aware of it. Now that can trigger a myriad of reactions. And in the moment, people may be quite uncomfortable with this energy because they're used to the darkness. But it's like as they shift or as they embrace this energy, it creates radical transformation within themselves. I also think you help people embrace the parts of themselves that may be considered dark or karmic or negative, but you help to bring them home to themselves where they feel comfortable and safe to embody some of these frequencies. We have here community. This is what I was saying with Six of Pentacles. But can you see the butterflies? To me, this is a community that's been transformed, right? And look at the light, the rainbow streaming in. And that's what I'm saying. There's something, your life is going to transform a community. It could be humanity for some of you, but your life and your energy and this light you bring it liberates people. They feel set free. And again, it may happen in such I want to say, it's like they can't quite perceive how it's happening, right? It's like when you get a Reiki treatment, right? And it's like, what is happening? You can feel the energy. You can feel the shifts. I just saw 1414. You may be seeing a lot of mirroring numbers, but that breaks down to a 5, so change. But when you get a Reiki treatment, you're not literally seeing the energy. I mean, some people can, but you can feel it. And that's what I'm getting with you. It's like when you enter the room or you're around these individuals, it's like they just feel better. They feel lighter. They don't feel burdened so much by certain shadow attributes or darkness. They're able to transform and transmute that energy, and that changes their life or changes the course of their life. But it's like you have such... You're so loving and kind, and in some ways your energy is very light and gentle, but it's so potent, and that's what I'm getting. And I get very strong starseed angel, earth angel energies from this group, but I see you creating a ripple effect of transformation, balance, unity, equality, these high vibrational ideals. Okay, so that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi group 2. I heard specifically for this group, you help people exit the matrix, right? With ascension, you help bring people, your legacy in the spirit realm is you help people grow. You help people expand their consciousness. You help people transform. There's an intensity for your energy as well. Like I do get you may consider yourself, for example, a truth teller or someone that's very direct. Very clear, very independent as well. I think you're known as a soul that is very courageous, very passionate, and you're not afraid to enter different realms to, create change, to create transformation, even if it's chaotic at the beginning, because it's giving me the energy, like Kali, of, it's loving destruction is what I'm hearing, where it's helping to bring down old forms or patterns of behavior, patterns of consciousness that don't serve either that individual or the community. And it's helping people to see a better way, a better path forward. It's like in your presence, there's all these doorways and possibilities that they didn't see previously. Like they may have felt bound and stuck, but it's something about you helping to expand their mind or helping to open their mind so that they can see new possibilities and they can move in a new direction. Your energy is golden as well. You have this really, that's the energy I was trying to say. I know I said direct, or you have an intensity to your energy. The word I would use is regal. There's a sense of spiritual royalty, or you're well known in the cosmos for creating change. Almost an activist. I'm getting a spiritual activist, where you activate people's energy field, you activate their consciousness to new levels of expansion, you help them see new possibilities. And your energy is so golden, you may almost help to purify the environments or even the people that you're around. With ascension and temperance, you have a healing effect, but it could create chaos in the short term. And when I say chaos, I mean upheaval, transformation. But you can't really have change and transformation without some upheaval. With Two of Pentacles, you're also known as a bridge between heaven and earth, that you can be grounded in the physical. And you also have a side to you that's very practical and down to earth, but there's this other element that's very ethereal. You may be seen as someone that's very solid, very reliable, dependable, grounded, not easily, shaken. There's not a sense of fear I get from you. So you're also known as someone that's fearless, very powerful. And because you really own your spiritual power, I feel like it ignites that flame, the divine flame within others, or within, it's almost like they believe they can do anything because you have that energy, right? Yeah, believing in the impossible, but I mean, technically it's not possible. It's not impossible because everything is possible in consciousness, but it's like you open their eyes to what they can do, or the changes that are the potential pathways. You could also be someone that really motivates or inspires others to believe in themselves. Their confidence goes up. But the reason you have that effect is because you hold that frequency. Your first oracle card is sovereignty with this dragon. That's what I'm saying. Very powerful. Right to choose immunity to hooks. You're seen as extraordinarily strong, as though nothing can kind of break your spirit or deter you from your mission. Yeah, I just heard force of nature and unstoppable. You may also be helping people get in touch with their power and speak up. Helping people, you know, I'm seeing strengthening the throat chakra so they feel that they can, number one, speak up for themselves, but also go after what they love. Move in a positive direction. You may also make them feel as though dreams can come true. That anything is possible. You help them believe again. Now I'm hearing that Cher song, Do You Believe in Life After Love? Or is it Love After Love? But that song. And it's like the love and the frequency that you hold within your soul is so potent, it almost makes a believer out of a non-believer. When they're around you, they can feel this presence and this energy. I'm also getting an energy of like invigoration. Some of you could be great, for example, trainers, mentors, coaches, guides, teachers. There's definitely a leadership quality to this group. You're a pioneer. You have no trouble tearing down old structures that aren't working to help people shift in a positive direction and move with the new energy or a higher, I want to say a higher frequency, a higher level of consciousness. I feel like you elevate everything that you touch. I do feel for this group, you may resonate with having the Midas touch, but I keep seeing golden energy around you. Some of you are really powerful and known to be powerful manifestors as well, especially when it comes to, I just heard money magic or manifestation of greater abundance. I also feel like you're good, for some of you, you work directly with your ancestors, but you're great at calling on the spirit realms or certain light beings to help you on your journey. People may see you as divinely favored as well. Yeah, because I'm hearing can do no wrong, and I keep getting that energy of the Midas touch. So certain people may really witness certain, I almost want to use the term miracles, or there could be aspects of your life's journey that seems like magic to those who are more practical or pragmatic. But it's like you could work, for example, with an atheist. And I'm not saying every atheist will, you know, change their belief system on meeting, but there's a sense here of you can connect with even those who are the most hardened and not at all open to magic or spirituality or any of these energies. But there's something about you that convinces them or leaves them feeling like, yeah, there's more to this. Or there's energies that I wasn't aware of. There must be more to life, or there's, you know, a higher realm or a higher force, because you radiate this energy. And if they were to witness any aspect of your life's journey, it would be very clear that there are certain energies or paths that have opened to you because of this frequency. You also have flow, release, control, divine will, oceanic consciousness. You take people out of struggle is what I'm hearing as well. With the Eight of Swords, it's like you help them start moving again. If they were stuck with limiting beliefs or fears, it's like upon meeting you, they feel, I just heard invincible. It doesn't have to be to this extreme, but there's something very motivating around you. You may inspire people to take action, especially those people that have had long forgotten dreams, or they have a desire, they want for something, but there's fear, there's something in their consciousness that's making them feel it's impossible, like a limiting belief or a fearful belief system. And it's like with you, they're like, okay, now I can move ahead, or now I can move forward. You have here longing for home, homesick for the stars. Okay, with the sitting above the Seven of Wands, I'm actually getting those people who feel like they stick out like a sore thumb, like they're not made for Earth, they don't know what they're doing here, they're unusual or different. It's like you give them the inspiration or the courage to be themselves, to feel good about who they are, even if it looks radically different to society or other people or what they've been told to do and be. It's like you help them remember, no, who I am is enough. You know, I'm perfect the way I am, or the way I want to show up. You help them change their mind about themselves. And it's like you may also be teaching people that home, God, source, the divine is inside of you, right? They may stop. It's like you're guiding them, but it's like you end the search for them because you bring them straight back to themselves. For this group, you have a really strong energy of empowerment, right? Because of that courage and that some of you may resonate with being a spiritual warrior as well. I also was hearing spiritual royalty. But it's like you bring people back home to themselves, and it's like they feel so empowered in that energy that, you know, the stars are the limit. They can touch, they feel as though, oh, there's all these things that are possible for me. You're sitting above the Seven of Cups. For this group, you may inspire people to follow their dreams or live their dreams. Like I'm getting like a manifestation coach or a teacher, a guide, a mentor, someone that some of you could teach manifestation or spiritual practices, but it's like they start dreaming again with your life as a canvas. You also, people who have settled or become stuck with that Eight of Swords in a life or a relationship or a job that isn't rewarding to them, it's like you ignite something in them again where they're like, oh, maybe that dream was possible, or maybe I can move ahead with this again. Especially with artists. Some of you as well could draw in a lot of artistic types, or again, I'm getting sensitive souls, right? Artists, mystics, those who are perhaps not, how do I say, they have a lot of talent, but they may not have mastery over the material realm. So these could be people that are struggling to secure an income. And this is why I was getting like a manifestation coach, law of attraction coach, a teacher, mentor, guide. You could share information on social media or write about how to manifest certain desires or dreams. But I'm just getting, you may help them ground themselves in the physical. Because you also have make a wish. Clearing comparisons, surrender to magic. Yes, sitting above temperance. You help them heal and clear what they need to for magic to flow into their life so their dreams can come true. So their dreams can manifest. With clearing comparison as well, I think you help people feel good about who they are in their own skin, exactly as they are right now. I keep getting that. It's like people dream when they're around you. They feel as though it's possible. But I also kept getting a message of manifesting abundance from their dreams, because these could be people that have a dream, but they've never been able, for example, to earn an income from it. So you could be helping them with manifesting money or abundance, aligning with that, especially with this citrine energy. You also have the Empress tree, catalyst for change, clarity, freedom, unbinding. Again, you get people unstuck and moving again, especially on the physical realm. Because again, I feel like you may attract people who are very, mystics or artists, very sensitive souls, but they may struggle with, physical aspects of the world or the harshness of the earth. And it's almost like your energy helps inspire or helps to move them in a new direction. With the Empress tree as well, I'm hearing everything flourishes around you. You have the Midas touch, and I keep getting this golden aura and this golden auric field around you. And it's like people may find their finances improve when they know you, or they transform and grow in such a way that all aspects of their life improve being in your energy. And with that Empress, I'm getting overflowing abundance. So you're known as a soul that's very abundant. You could resonate with being a giver as well, or you just have a lot to give. Yeah, healing chaos. But see, after this storm and tornado, see the butterflies emerging, right? That is what was the catalyst, or that, although it was chaotic, that's what generated the healing, sitting above the Eight of Pentacles. And you may also be teaching people, when you do the inner work, things can flourish. You may be teaching people as well to cultivate energies on the inside, right? Coming back to self, working. When I say working on self, I mean cultivating the presence of source, healing, for example, limiting beliefs, past wounds, because all of that obviously has an effect on what you create and what you manifest. So you may be teaching people how to step into this energy, or how to shift their frequency in such a way that blessings come in for them. But this energy can obviously be uncomfortable. So you may find, I feel for this group, there could be, you know, a bit of a 50-50 dynamic where 50% of people may, and not literally, but, you know, roughly speaking, 50% of people aren't willing to go through that storm, right? Aren't willing to do that process and walk away because of this intensity of your energy. Some people could be very uncomfortable in it, and they may choose to like take an alternative path or like a side road and venture in another direction because it is a lot. But for others, I feel like they go into this and they trust the process and they emerge as a butterfly. Because I was hearing like wings to fly. They believe they can fly around you, or there's this sense of I can touch the stars. And you have purification sitting above the Nine of Cups. Yeah, you also make people aware that they have to let go of certain energies and frequencies. And in order to live your dreams or change your life, you have to change yourself. And I feel like you could be very much a truth teller, or you could be directing people back within themselves to what needs transformation, what needs purification. And that process then enables them to create changes in the physical world. And I'm hearing long overdue changes as well, things they've wanted to shift, but perhaps felt they couldn't or didn't know how. It's like I'm hearing you could get anyone or any energy moving again. And again, not literally, they still obviously have free will, but there's a sense that your energy is very powerful and you are this force of nature that brings transformation. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 3. I'm just saying, what aren't you known for in the spirit realm? So for this group, very, very powerful energy, right? You balance fire and earth is what I was hearing. And it's funny because we have Virgo and Taurus, and we also have Leo energy here, but we have earth, fire. So there's something about bringing a vision to earth and grounding it. So I feel like you have incarnated to help bring in a specific vision, I'm hearing, for the new earth. When I say the new earth, obviously it's earth at a much higher frequency, right? New ways of being. Your determination is unmatched. That's what I feel like. Nothing can throw you. Your energy, you could have some fixed signs in your chart, because obviously with this Leo and Taurian energy, but I'm getting that energy where you're unshakable. It's like your legacy in the spirit realm is you never fail, you never miss. Yeah, when you're sent somewhere or when you have a goal, a target, it's like you always reach it. For some of you as well, it helps how psychic you are. And I think that connection with source, with spirit, really helps you to move in the right direction. It's like you're always guided or prompted on where to go, what to do next. And I just noticed as well, 888. So as well, in this life, if you're not abundant now, you have the potential to generate huge amounts of abundance. You're also really known as a teacher, an entrepreneur, go-getter. It's like you create the foundation, the business plan, the idea, and then you enact it. You're really good as well at balancing, because your energy is not, do you know when someone's really advanced in terms of, how would I say, the higher chakras, the third eye, the crown, and they have great visions, they have prophetic ideas, but they may struggle with enacting them in the physical world. That's not you. You have a very grounded energy to you, and you understand. For some of you, I feel like you are an ancient soul, and you may have had many lifetimes on earth or in the physical realm. So you are very advanced when it comes to enacting certain energies or bringing them to life. You've also had many incarnations, I'm hearing, as a witch, a shaman, a priest or priestess. You've had many spiritual lifetimes, and you've mastered, I'm getting the energy, isn't Saint Germain linked to the violet flame? I think so. But you're an alchemist through and through. So I feel as though you understand how to manifest things. It may look to other people like it's out of thin air, but you just have this knack for lining up energies or coming up with certain ideas and visions that really help you to expand. When I say expand, it helps you to expand, but it also helps other people to expand, or the collective to expand. You may have like a really, I don't know if people find you a bit like witchy or mystical, or there's something about you that really stands out. You could have really piercing eyes or features that are very distinct, right? Even Yeah. You could also dress in a way that's kind of, what would I say, like boho or, you know, crystals. I'm just getting an energy where people, even if it's not literally physically showing up in how you dress, there's something about your energy that people know you're really spiritual or mystical, or you have, you know, when you look in someone's eyes and you feel as though they have secret knowledge or wisdom. That's what I'm getting. I think you spent many lifetimes in pursuit of the divine or spiritual practices, and it shows in your energy field. I keep hearing like you can manifest money. Like I just hear you have so many ideas for manifesting abundance. For some of you, you may have more than one stream of income, because I'm getting like multiple. Some of you long term could have multiple businesses, or you could do multiple things that generate you a lot of abundance. And when I say things, I do feel it's in the realm of healing or spirituality, inspiration, magic. Your first oracle you have observed. For some of you, an owl is a spirit animal for you. You could be a night owl as well, or you could love, for example, like the stars or the nighttime. Loving eyes see all, equanimity, see the truth, step back. Yeah, I was already saying, I feel like part of why you never miss is because you're so psychic and intuitive and you are getting those downloads very clearly. It's all your legacy in the spirit realm as well is you're very easy to work with because you act on your intuition. You don't doubt yourself. You don't, well, I'm not saying you've never doubted yourself, but at this point, when you listen to this reading, I feel like you are very clear in your messages, in your purpose, your path, what you're here for. There's just this sense as well of a lot of confidence with this Queen of Wands, a lot of passion, a lot of power. I feel like as well, you've survived a lot through a myriad of incarnations, and it's created an energy where I'm just not getting much fear from this group. I do feel you are known to be brave, but it's also because you know how much magic you have at your disposal that I feel as though if a situation was to befall you, you would know the purpose behind it, how to transmute it, or how to maneuver. It's like a cat with 9 lives. Like they're showing me a cat like falling out of something and then landing on their feet, right? It's almost as though no matter what predicament or challenge the universe throws at you, you always find a way out. People may see you as a spirit whisperer, I just heard, so you could be a psychic medium as well. But I just get like you can communicate with those higher realms, or people know that you have some sort of magic or divinity to you. Even if they don't necessarily believe in this sort of thing, there's something about your energy or the way you appear that just makes them captivated or leaves them captivated. Very strong witchy energy. Yeah, I keep being drawn back to the eyes, and that can indicate for me psychic sight, but there may be a lot of intensity or energy people get from behind your eyes. It's like when they lock eyes with you, it's almost like it activates them. You have share space, telepathy, co-creation, communing, honoring. I feel like as well you have a respect for Mother Earth, for Gaia, for nature. You could also have a lot of knowledge around plant medicine or shamanic traditions here with this Hierophant. But again, I feel for this group, you're not just gifted in one healing modality. I feel like you have many spiritual gifts. And that's why I was getting for some of you, you may have to, for example, start multiple websites or businesses where you're, for example, someone can be a psychic medium, but they also work as a shaman, or you have a central business, but you offer multiple modalities. Or I just keep hearing you have, you know, they say a jack of all trades, but I feel like you're a master of all trades or several trades. And when I say trades, I mean spiritual gifts, healing gifts, magical abilities. You could be highly creative as well, but I feel like the divine literally gives you downloads. You have a level of telepathy with other people as well. And it could be your eyes are so intense. Maybe people feel like you can read their mind. And I feel like maybe you do, right? Maybe you do have this ability to pick up on these energies. And that's not that uncommon for more advanced souls. But I just feel in general, you can see the truth so clearly and you can hear spirit so clearly, and you don't hesitate on taking action when the divine gives you, for example, a business idea or prompts you to start something. I feel for this group, you have the capacity to really build upon that. Yeah, look, activated earth. Power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. And look, you're receiving downloads in this hangman position. And that's what I feel. You are constantly guided and led. And you're so psychic, you can't ignore these intuitive nudges. And that's what means you're often on track, because you're not, you can't, how some people choose to go to sleep and ignore, they probably still get those intuitive nudges, but they're not as strong. They can, pretend they're not there. I feel with you, it's more like your intuition is screaming at you. It's very clear. And you have a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Again, you were selected for this incarnation because Spirit knew that you were strong enough to bring this vision to life. For some of you, you could have really high ambitions or a big dream when it comes to what you want to do in the physical world, what you want to create, how you want to live. And you may also help to bring that vision to other people or inspire other people to follow a similar trajectory or believe that they can move in a new direction. You also have Grandmother Moonstone, cycles of change, illuminating boundaries, new beginnings. When I saw this Hierophant energy, I almost said, I feel like some of you work with your ancestors or have a very close connection with your ancestors. So some of you, it could be a grandmother or grandparent figure as well. But I'm just getting in general, with new beginnings, I kept getting the nighttime for some of you. You could have a strong connection to the moon, the stars. You may be a night owl, but there's something, you may get your best downloads at night. But I feel in general, it's like you help bring people to a new beginning, or you help them with the moon. It's like you help illuminate what's been hidden within themselves, but for some of you within society as well. You may be bringing in a new vision that helps change the course of society, of humanity, of what we consider normal or healthy. I just feel like the way you see things in a way that's very truthful and real and authentic, but it may not always be validated by others because they can't see as clearly as this. They may not be privy to the same vision, so they may not be as aware of it. You also may help to initiate changes in other people's lives, like a teacher, a guide, a healer. I'm hearing gifted with transformation, because you also have here way shower, shake up the system, cellular upgrades with Queen of Wands. I'm hearing for some of you, this vision you're bringing to Earth does shake up the system. You may be kind of going against the grain to a certain degree to help bring in change. There could be very much pioneer energy. For this group, I feel like some of you are indigo souls, because I'm getting almost like a rebellious energy, but it's a rebellion that comes from love, comes from the heart. You're rebelling against structures or systems or people that are, I want to say, use the term toxic, but that aren't coming from love, right? That are coming from power or ego. And it's like you may be helping to plant seeds of transformation that benefit all of humanity. But your energy, because it's so intense and potent, it may, and with indigos, they can have this edge to them. Like there's almost like a balance or a blending of the darkness and the light. And I think that's because you've gained mastery over the shadow. But that intensity could scare some people, or they could mistake you for that energy. But really your heart always comes from love, right? You come from that energy, but you're not afraid of the darkness. You're not going to back down. You also have standstill sitting above the Hierophant. You may need plenty of time in meditation, because I was seeing that with the Hangman, for you to receive and integrate certain downloads, light codes, or frequencies from Spirit, from the divine. And that's what helps you as well continue on your journey and continue on your path. But with cycles of change, new beginnings, and standstill, it makes me think of the seasons or cycles of life, especially with this sitting above that Hierophant, which is the shaman. There's a sense of you understanding when to act, when to pull back, understanding that everyone has their highs and lows, that that's part of the dual nature of the physical realm, and you being very accepting of those transitions, right? And how do we become accepting of that? By not trying to control things, not coming from the ego. So you may be helping to shift people or humanity from egoic values that are very much focused on, material acquisition, power, you know, certain dynamics and move them towards soul-centered living. And then you have focus. So, you know, leopards or your eyes could be almost, what would I say, cat-like, right? Where there's that sense of having really distinct, there's something about your eyes, because I keep being drawn back here. So you could just have beautiful eyes. There could be something really intense about your eyes, but you may also have spirit animal of leopard, lion, tiger. You could have Leo in your chart as well. But with focus, I keep hearing when you seek a goal, a target, you never miss, right? No matter how long it takes as well. So you could have some fixed energy, because I feel in this lifetime and incarnation, you're here for the long haul. So there could be a vision that you have been gifted or granted with, but it takes time for you to grow into the fullness of your success, especially with focusing on the Ten of Pentacles, because that's generating a level of abundance and legacy where it's, you know, generational wealth, where there's huge amounts of abundance. But it could, you know, it could be a slowish journey, or there could be a lot of growth involved in getting there. So there's a need for you to be patient as you go through those steps and as you go through that process. But I feel like, again, you're known as a soul that never gives up, that just keeps moving forward. You might take a step back if something isn't working and reassess your approach, but you don't give up. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 4. So for this group, your legacy in the spirit realm is that you are very much a starseed. And I just heard as well, you like to travel the galaxy or go into different, you know, constellations, dimensions. I just feel your energy is just really expansive, right? Where you may have had incarnations in many different systems. But I feel for some of you as well, I'm hearing you may feel like a fish out of water on Earth. Like there could be a level of feeling a little bit uncomfortable on this planet or in this lifetime, especially with 7 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 10 of Wands. You could have also endured some difficult karmic relationships or karmic lessons that have been quite, I want to say, jarring. But I'm also hearing for this group, you have like, I want to say, a starseed union. A really beautiful, for those of you who want that or desire that, there's a sense of coming into a union with another starseed and having a really beautiful life together. You may even have a business with this person, but for many of you, I see you very much being self-employed. I feel for this group, you may find it very hard to fit into society, humanity. Just the way you do things is so different. Like you may be really surprised, for example, by betrayal or dishonesty. It may really shake you because you have incarnated in other dimensions where that's not really a part of life. It's a much higher frequency. So for some of you, this lifetime could have been very jarring for you or quite painful and difficult. You may also be very sensitive. You may have a really sensitive body as well, is what I just heard. So you could be very sensitive to the things you consume, the things you watch. You just need to be perhaps selective around who you're around or the environments you're in. But for this group, if you're not currently self-employed, I definitely see self-employment emphasized, because I feel like this group, you're a freedom lover, which is why I feel it's almost like a spiritual voyager, right? Where you go on a lot of adventures. Some of you could be adept at astral travel, astral projection, or you just have had many incarnations in, or it's hard to tap into because I feel like you've been in so many different, you know, constellations, star systems, all different frequencies. And I feel like for this group, you may resonate with being a rainbow soul or a rainbow child, but I was getting that as well. But you have a lot of different facets to you, and it's hard for me to put my finger on your energy field in the sense that it's so vast. There's so many different energies and attributes you have, and that could make you really stand out. Like you may have felt like you stuck out like a sore thumb, or it's very hard for you to be on this earth, or on this planet, I should say. But it's like I keep seeing you finding your spot, and it involves a business, either with this individual or just individually, and a really beautiful union or connection. You have cosmic circles. Create sacred space. Embrace unlimited possibilities. I also think your mind is wide open. So you may struggle with I want to say negative thinking, not you personally, but you may struggle with tendencies towards negative thinking on the earth, or like denser vibrations, because I feel with you, you may be, or you may have resonated with really being a dreamer, someone that can tap into higher frequencies and bring down different ideas. I also think you have a lot of star beings around you from different systems as well. I'm getting up to 3 specifically. I was getting Orion energy, Pleiadian energy, and also Andromedan energy coming through really strong. But it's almost like you could have had trouble in the school system as well, where it's like you had to focus on, for example, one thing, right? Where it's like focusing on one topic. Your mind could be very busy or interesting, where you have a lot of impulses, ideas, insights, but it could be a lot. It could have been a lot to handle, is what I want to say. And you may have felt that you were more difficult than the average, I want to say, child, or you're definitely far more creative, because I'm getting this energy of being a visionary. Also, you can't be tamed. Your energy can't be boxed in. And I think that's why you're here to defy labels or expectations. Where if someone was trying to label you, or even as I'm trying to read for you, it's really hard for me to put my finger specifically on your energy, because there's so much going on. I almost can't categorize it in any way. And I think that's the point. You're here to very much live outside the box. Some of you could have Aquarian energy. We do have strong Aries here as well. But there's just this sense of like going your own way, being distinct. You're here to live in a way that may not make that much sense to other people. I also think you may keep your circle small, especially those of you who have really resonated with 7 of Swords and 3 of Swords, of dealing with karmic relationships or a lot of karmic situations. You may have learnt or really appreciated the wisdom of keeping a select few around you who truly vibrate on your level, right? Who truly understand you. Look, you also have awakening. Know who you are, DNA activation. But look at the crown chakra. It's almost blown wide open with unlimited possibilities. And that's what I'm getting. It's like your mind is so expansive that you may be receiving impulses or downloads from all these different beings, systems. It's like you're tapped into, you're very multi-dimensional and multifaceted, and you could be receiving all these imprints, downloads, ideas, which could have made it very hard, for example, to focus on one thing, or at times you could feel as though your head is literally in the stars, because you're literally receiving information from the stars. So grounding for this group could be important as well. You could have a bit of air, I'm getting, but very strong. I'm getting Aquarian energy with this card, but just in general, I'm getting air. And the beauty of that, though, is once you kind of ground these ideas, I see you being quite successful as either a creative or an entrepreneur, someone that has freedom of schedule, because I do feel that's important for you. Yeah, and look, again, opening the heart, right to love and be loved, heart healing. So we have confirmation twice now. There is very much, for those of you who want this, I see a beautiful divine spiritual union. And I keep hearing this individual is a starseed as well. I accidentally took 3 cards from this deck for you. And then you also have baby steps. Action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. Your path may be very unconventional to what other people expected of you, or I keep hearing school or growing up could have been very difficult for you, because perhaps you didn't fit the norm, or the way you thought, the ideas you had they were considered out of the box, right? They weren't considered, conventional, or the way you learn may be very different, right? But it's almost like you have this energy of like a creative genius, or someone that can tap into these higher realms and bring in really profound ideas. But I feel like you learn through intuition, so it may not be a logical linear process for you. And there could have been people around you that didn't really understand how you think, or what you were doing, or why you wouldn't follow the path ahead of you. You could have also been seen as someone not rebellious in an intense way, but kind of living in your own world, right? Which is what we are all doing essentially. But there's this energy of creating a world and ideas within self and then bringing it into form rather than the world being able to mold and shape you. So rebellious in the way that I feel for this group, you didn't allow society or authority or parental figures or that the world around you to make you something you're not, right? To be different. For some of you, I feel as well, you don't operate with a social mask. You're very authentic and transparent. And that could have at times made school or certain social interactions a little difficult because you're so transparent, because you're so real and honest and authentic. But it's like, that energy pays off, right? Because that's what attracts true unions to you when you're in your authentic frequency. And also I see you being quite successful with a business or endeavor. And part of that comes from you remaining true to self and you following these ideas and downloads. The other oracle you have, karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. So we have confirmation with Orion energy, but I was getting karmic connections above as well. So you may have had, certain karmic soulmates or friends or karmic tests. But again, I keep feeling they were there to put, number one, for you to understand human ego dynamics, right? Because I don't think they come naturally to you, and you could have been quite baffled, like, what is going on here? Or why do people act the way they do? It may not have made a lot of sense to you. So that's part of it. But I also think these karmic relationships were designed to get you on your path. To have you really, travel your own, go on your own journey and do what feels right for you, not to be kind of sidetracked into, societal expectations or what other people want, because you have a very distinct path and calling. And it's like you're going to be led step by step by your intuition, or you are, I should say. But it's like others who, from the outside looking in, they may think, what are they doing? Like, it may look like you're kind of dancing in waves or circles, or it's like you're not following the straight and narrow, right? You've kind of branched off, but that's where your success comes in, and you're manifesting it step by step. Crystal grid, create with intent. So yeah, you are the magician. And for many of you as well, you come from dimensions where you can manifest things instantaneously, and you may not be as familiar with the earthly realm where things may take a little bit longer to come into form. Like this realm, because your energy is very light. It's almost like you could float off into the ethers, right? Where you have a very high frequency. So the earth energies may seem very dense or very harsh to a soul like you. And you could be very sensitive, I keep hearing, to certain, skincare products or foods. I just feel like your system is very sensitive. Yeah, but you're creating, rather than fitting into the box or the mold, it's like you go and create your own box, or you go and create your own path. There's something about you breaking away from the mold, because you have rewild, druid, tree keeper, perception versus reality. At times you could have been seen as rebellious or wild in the sense that, again, you wouldn't conform. Yeah, I keep hearing free. Wild and free. There's that sense of living in a way. You could also be demonstrating freedom to others, how you can live in a way that's where you have freedom from the expectations of others, freedom from, limiting beliefs. There could be something very unconventional as well about, yes, like you're very unique, but unconventional even in terms of how you live your life. Your lifestyle could be quite unconventional. There could be an element of freedom, or you could be nomadic, or there could, definitely independent with work. You have release on the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you had to let go of a lot of expectations or ideas that you had or other people had for you, right? You're not afraid. This is the other thing. Some people will stay in certain environments or connections from fear of loss, because they either don't want to be alone or they're afraid of having nothing. I feel like you have no problem just walking away. If something's not aligned, if you don't feel good about something, you're like, no, like I'm going to go my own way and forge my own path. You're not afraid. And that could be quite inspiring or motivating to other people. I also am hearing you may have gone through a lot of karmic lessons, people, situations, and you've had to walk away from them, but it triggered transformation within you each time. So you could have had a lot of these karmic tests in preparation for example, the business, the connections that are aligned for you, and you have purity. Yeah, I feel for this group, you are a very pure soul and you have a very high frequency. And again, that could make it very difficult to be in this earth, to be on this earth, to be in this energy. But I feel as though it's like, this is like the end of your story, right? Where you've got the Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, which is finding success, love, union, positive connections, finding your tribe, because you forged ahead and you kept going. You didn't give up on yourself. You didn't, settle into that little box or that construct that other people were trying to set for you. You didn't give in to fear and doubt. And it's like, you may be inspiring others, or in your life, you may inspire others to go their own way, to be unique, to stand out, to realize those differences is what makes them special. And there's nothing wrong with it. I just saw 1414, which is obviously breaks down to a 5. So yeah, again, and you could be someone that likes adventure, right? You like freedom. You know how sometimes if we seek for security, it can bind us. And I'm not saying, security doesn't matter at all, but there's a way to have abundance and security, but still be liberated as a soul. So you could be showing or demonstrating through your own life or what you're doing, how other people can be free to be themselves, even within certain frameworks. Or certain, I should say, environments. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day.